Hey guys, welcome back to Geek Out here in Old Town Burleson. As always, am your favorite bearded hero, Charles, and we are here for some very cool stuff. So, the beginning of the show is going to be a little bit of rough camera work because I have something super cool to show you that's going to be available tomorrow. And I don't have a trust me, I don't have a plug-in next to where I normally do the show, so I needed to do it in another part. So, excuse our mess. We're processing a lot of stuff over here, but check this thing out. This is a one-for-one replica of the in-game snap. Like it is massive. It is super cool. But the reason why we're having the rough camera work and I'm not just waving it around, so this is limited to 3,000 pieces. It is one of the coolest collectibles that we've had in the store ever. But, but this is where it gets even better. Check that out. You've got all of the Infinity Stones light up, and just like whenever he had that crackle pulsing through his body. So this is taken from the actual mold of his suit. It is a one-for-one replica, and as you can see, lights up very beautifully. His hand reactor lights up. Every one of the stones lights up all the way around, and like even that crackle like strobes and pulses through the entire wrist. This is one of the coolest collectibles that we've had, period, in the store. It's awesome. I'm not even an Iron Man fan. Any of y'all that know me, I'm 100% Team Cap, but that is almost, and this one specifically is number 201 out of 3,000. So if that interests you, be available tomorrow. Super cool. Forgot to move my box of comics that we need to go over. Sorry for the close up. All right. Now, pretty big week. Not a super large set of comics of coming tomorrow, but the ones that are very important. So, all right, let's do this. So we also have a handful of trade paperbacks to come out tomorrow and a handful of collectibles. So lots of cool stuff to go over. Last night we did DC, and DC had their huge Dark Crisis event started today. So that was super awesome. Tonight we're doing Marvel. Marvel has a huge event coming up that starts today too, and a very cool number one. So we're going to jump into Independence first, and then we are going to jump into Marvel right after that. As always, any stuff that you see that you want, shoot us a message either here on Facebook. I'm bad about checking Instagram, I'll be honest, but shoot it there if you want. Twitter and the likes. But we'll jump right into it. So Independence, first and foremost, from Valiant Comics. Archer and Armstrong, number 2. Very fun, silly, classic style comics. Lots of fun. Archer and Armstrong Forever, number 2. Next, this is the 30th anniversary commemorative edition of Cyberforce number 1 from Image Comics, which this was super huge whenever I was in junior high. I remember this coming out. Super big, super important book. Very awesome. Next, Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer. This is number 2. So they are doing a comic based on the classic fantasy art of Frank Frazetta. Very cool stuff. Lots of fun. Next, Doctor Who Origins, number 1. Very cool. We got a Angel story with some Doctor Who shenanigans. It's always fun from Titan Comics. Next, this is a sleeper hit. A lot of people are starting to jump on this. Dogs of London, very cool, kind of noir horror style book. Dogs of London, number 2. That one's ended up popping off a little bit heavier than we anticipated. So that one goes pretty quick. Next is from Boom Studios, Mighty Morphin number 20 with that cool Pink Ranger artwork on the front cover. And then you also have Mighty Morphin number 20, the Legacy variant, the what I like to call the confusing variant. Now, it can be confusing or not confusing. So if you go Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, if you look at the cover and then you look at the numbers, so this is number 94. So Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers, we've discussed this numerous times, are 2 separate books. They have 2 separate, like, they're both on number 20 right now, but they go back and forth and back and forth. But if you get the B cover, the Legacy cover, you can just keep numbering them. So like they're pushing to, they have this whole charge to 100 thing. So the legacy ones are actually the numbered. So they number them like they're the same book, but they're not the same book. It's the legacy covers, whatever. It is kind of cool. But so if you want to do legacy covers, you just keep counting. If you want to do the others, you back and forth. Next, Kirkman, Oblivion Song, number 36. Very awesome book by Kirkman. I'm not going to say he rarely does wrong, but whenever he does right, it's really right. And Oblivion Song is a good example of that. Next is the Invincible Red Sonja. Very cool cosplay cover. She's carrying Anduril, Flame of the West. Silver Forged. I don't know if that's actually, I know that's not actually Red Sonja's sword, but I think it's kind of cool that she has Aragorn's sword in there. Next, big book of the week for indies, Spawn number 330. Very cool artwork there. Spawn number 330. Next, another one of those surprise hits is Twig number 2. Now, everybody loves Scotty Young's artwork. His my mic is cracking. It's been let's see if we can. Let's see if we can kill some stuff. Maybe that'll help. All right. Internet's been a little bit weird in here today. It's been a little bit slow. So, Twig number 2 has been a surprise hit for us. Scotty Young's artwork is always great, but he's actually writing this one instead of doing the artwork. But it's still a very fun all ages book. Solid stuff. Next, one of my favorites, Miss Vampirella Strikes, issue 2. This is a boys cover. This is a boys homage cover. Also a Dynamite book now. So if you're not watching The Boys season 3, get on it. It's definitely not all ages. It is huge fun. And if you liked the first 2 seasons, season 3 is even better. Another copy of Vampirella Strikes. It is a cosplay variant. I believe that's Anemia. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And then a incentive variant also of Vampirella Strikes number 2. Next is a new number 1 from Dark Horse Comics. I don't know a lot about this, but it does look kind of cool. I'm going to check it out tomorrow. The Ward number 1. Looks like a hospital ward for fantasy characters. It sounds like it could be cool. And that's everything for the independents this week. Next up is going to be Marvel, like we said. So next is number 2 of Savage Avengers. I believe that's Devil Dinosaur on the cover. If so, that's pretty cool. Devil Dinosaur is awesome. We have a B cover with Cloak and Dagger on the cover. Next, we have a second printing of Ghost Rider number 2. Very cool panel work on the cover. Ghost Rider number 2, second printing. And with the second printing of number 2, we have the third printing of number 1. So if you missed out on the first couple of issues of the new Ghost Rider, which is really solid, jump in there on the reprints. Next, we've got G.I. Joe number 293, getting close to its end for IDW run. They're going to be stopping doing G.I. Joe and Transformers. They will be, I know Transformers is going to Skybound. Don't know about G.I. Joe yet. Next, Legion of X number 2. Yet another X book in the X family of X books. And I accidentally put 2 in there. Hey, guess what? It's another X books. Marauders number 3. Marauders number 3 comes out tomorrow. The new Amazing Spider-Man number 3. That has been a really fun run. You got that tombstone cut on the cover right there. So that's going to be some fun stuff. All right. Next, we are still in Crimson Reign. Star Wars number 24. Star Wars number 24 in Crimson Reign. And then we also have the movie homage cover, the Rise of Skywalker variant. And we have yet another Star Wars book. Chrysanthemum? I can't say his name right, but he's super cool. We all fell in love with him in books back in the day. If you're a super nerd that reads Star Wars books, but if you didn't read Star Wars books or Star Wars comics from back in the day, I want to say he premiered back in the Dark Horse days. Not 100%, but I've read so much Star Wars over the years, but everybody fell in love with him during the Book of Boba Fett. Probably one of the best things out of that show. But yeah, and then you have the photo variant from Book of Boba Fett. Next, probably one of the biggest books this week for Marvel is Thor 26, part of the Banner War. I believe this is part 3 of the Banner War. Now, here is a new number 1, Jane Foster and the Mighty, Foster and the Mighty Thor. So, Jane and Thor teaming up. And then we have, this is one of the best covers of the week, a very awesome Peach Momoko variant for Jane Foster and the Mighty Thor. That's awesome. That's probably a copy I'll pick up. Then we have the Stormbreakers cover of Jane Foster and the Mighty Thor. And that one is Carmen Carnero. Very pretty, very cool cover. Next, talking about Transformers earlier, we have Transformers Last Bot Standing, the limited series starring Rodimus Prime, or Hot Rod. I don't know if he's Rodimus Prime in that or if he's Hot Rod. If you don't have anybody to lead, are you still a Prime? And then we have a variant for that one as well. How did IDW sneak in with Marvel? Oh, yeah, that's right. IDW now also distributes through Penguin, so we have shifted our IDW from Diamond to Penguin. You don't care. You just care about getting your books. But, new distributor for them. All right, next, Venom number 8. Now, I'll tell you about this V run for E-Wing. It was V the first few issues, but this E-Wing run, it's not a bad run for Venom. It's not as good as Donny Cates's, because not many things are as good as Donny Cates stuff, but it is still a very solid book. So if you like your symbiote psychosis, there you go. Now, this is probably the biggest book of the week. And if we learned anything from the last time we had an event like this, you're going to want to come in and get it tomorrow. I'm probably going to be sold out tomorrow. But Fortnite is now doing a Marvel crossover and Zero War. So last year we had Fortnite Batman 0 Point, which was actually kind of a dumb, fun book. But they come, other than us bagging and boarding everything we sell, they come polybagged because there is a DLC code for Fortnite in each issue. And then once you get all of the issues, you get a special skin for the game. So each issue comes with a special piece of equipment for the game, exclusive to the comics. So lots of kids are wanting these, other than the fact that, like, I haven't read this one yet, other than the fact that, like I said, the Batman one was pretty fun. It was goofy. I can assume this one's probably also going to be dumb fun. That has nothing to do with your actual Marvel comics. It's six issue short run. But if you play Fortnite, you're going to want this. Every kid is going to try to pick one up. So if you do play Fortnite and you're a grown up, that's fine too. But if you do play Fortnite and you want those DLC codes, come in, grab Zero War, make sure that you get your DLC codes, and make sure you read your book, and make sure you subscribe to it, because what happened with the DC one is the first few we could not keep on shelves. So we heavy up ordered on the back end ones, and then it kind of tailed off. So the people that, if you aren't subbed to it, I will tell you that once issue 3 rolls around, we're probably going to reduce our ordering for these. So if you want this, if you want the DLC, if you want the full collection, make sure you subscribe to Zero War. With that being said, we have an A cover. We have another cool Wolverine cover. We have this cool, I don't know what's going on here, but it has Spider-Man on it cover. And we have the 1 in 25. The 1 in 25 is going to be at a higher charge because it is a 1 in 25 variant. We do have to order 25 copies to get the 1 in 25, but that's going to be your the incentive variant. So Fortnite, Marvel, Zero War, biggest game or biggest book of the year. And I don't know why I pulled 2 sets of these. Who knows? But and there's another. I know it's not, but Old Man Logan kind of looks like Indiana Jones cover there with some cable, I assume, and I don't know who else it is, but cool stuff. So, if you want your Fortnite Zero War, make sure you sub to it. Come in. Who's angry? Why are you angry? What can we do to make you unangry? But okay. So that's all the comics for today. We do have some books, manga, and trade paperbacks that we'll go over real quick. A couple of these are reissues, a couple of them are new releases, but all of them are awesome and new in the store. First and foremost, it's a book, real book. Star Trek Picard Rogue Elements. I really like the show. If you like the show, come get the book. Tie-in, fun stuff. It's a backstory for Rios. Rios was a really cool character in that show. All right, next, Black Clover 29. If you like your Black Clover, it's still going. Issue 29. Chainsaw Man 11. We are trying to get back issues of Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man is one of the biggest, newer mangas that, I mean, it's been going for a few years, but I mean, they're on issue 11. But there is a show coming soon, so if you like Chainsaw Man, you're excited for the show, pick up the manga. And like I said, we are working on getting the back issues. They've been out of print for a little while. They just recently came back to print, so we should have some coming in soon. World's End Harem. This one is Fantasia Academy #1. So if you like World's End Harem, good on you. We got it. It is not family friendly, so it is polybagged for you. Chainsaw Man is teen plus, so we will probably throw that in polybag also. We polybag anything that is definitely mature content, just so we don't want the little kiddos picking it up and flipping through it, because we like to make sure that everybody gets what they want, but not everybody that is not old enough to see stuff. But anyway, so that's all the manga we have for this week, surprisingly enough. But we do have some trade paperbacks. I'm pretty sure this is a reissue. Spider-Gwen, Gwen Stacy. It's kind of chunky. Yeah, it's collecting Edge of Spider-Verse to Spider-Gwen 1 through 5, and then 1 through 6. So you get your first 3 Spider-Gwen story arcs in this nice, convenient trade paperback package. And it is in that reduced format, so that's pretty cool. Like, it's a smaller size, like smaller than normal paper. It's anyway, some more Spider-Gwen. We've had some requests for Spider-Gwen, so we went up in the Spider-Gwen. This one is Deal with the Devil. Yep, so more Spider-Gwen. Next, Tales of Suspense, starring Iron Captain and Man America. I mean, Iron Man and Captain America. It's under the Mighty Marvel Masterworks, which is really cool. I love these Mighty Marvel Masterworks. Say that 5 times fast, because it has classic, like old school, and we all fell in love with these characters. Classic stuff from way back in the day. This is Tales of Suspense 59 through 77. So you get some classic stories, lots of fun. And the good things about these older ones is, especially during the comic code, they're all ages, they're friendly. A good portion of this is Cap punching Nazis, which it's always okay to punch a Nazi. So Cap punching Nazis. Another Mighty Marvel Masterworks. This one is actually just Captain America. It's not Tales of Suspense, but same thing. Classic artwork, classic stories, and this is Tales of Suspense 59 through 77. So, oh, never mind. They're the same daggone book. They just have different covers. So, yeah, they're all the same, have the same issues. Same book. Speaking of classics, the Invincible Iron Man Epic Collection. Now, if you're not familiar with the Epic Collections from Marvel, they are these big chunky boys that have full story arcs that have various volumes, and they tell you what years they're from. So this covers Iron Man 47 through 67, Volume 1. So you've got classic stuff, and it covers 1972 through 1974. So if you want to collect your stories going all the way back, these Epic Collections are great ways to go. Next, AWA Upshot Hotel or Hell, Volume 2. Really cool horror anthology series. Lots of fun, great stories. Enjoy those. Next, we were talking about Donny Cates earlier. Donny Cates, this is one of his creations over at Image. Crossover Volume 2. This is a really fun book. Takes into a whole lot of just all of the Image characters and things, and it's a lot of fun. Comic book fiction world kind of collides into the real world. I love this series. It's great. Do need to catch up. I'm a few issues behind on that one, but it's a lot of fun. Spider-Gwen, Greater Power, Radioactive Spider-Gwen. So more Spider-Gwen. trade paperback. Also reissue. So this is 2015 B 1 through 6. So yeah, it is one of the older stories. Like I said, we had a handful of people come in requesting some Spider-Gwen, so we wanted to make sure we had it on the wall because it was one of the characters that we keep running out of. So we ordered a bunch of it. Next, and this missed, I should have talked about this guy yesterday, but I missed it. Static Season 1 hardback trade paperback. So you get Season 1 of the awesome Static series. Static is a cool, underrated character in the DC universe, and this is a great book unto himself. Under the Milestones Returns sub label. All right, next, another great Dark Horse Maze book by Jeff Lemire. This one we got as a request from a few of our independent guys. Jeff Lemire, you don't really go wrong with him. He has some great stories. This was very highly recommended by a couple of our very reliable regulars, comic book regulars. I haven't read this one yet, but if I had multiple people raving about it, saying they need it, and it's Jeff Lemire, done. He's doing Little Monsters right now, which is amazing. And the last book we have is Captain America, Avenger Hero Icon. So not a traditional trade paperback, but a kind of coffee table book with all of the information about how he has been a icon for the last 80 plus years, and just goes through the history of Captain America. And it's a cool coffee table book. If you like coffee table books, if you like Captain America, it is a beautifully made book and super awesome. And that is all of the print need. Oh, and if you need something to keep all of these things in, new comic box. You got Sam, you got Steve, you got Bucky, you got all the Captain Americas, a handful of Captain. You got U.S. Agent, Bucky, the Invaders, old Bucky, Crossbones. You got a whole bunch of people, and then you got that Captain America logo on it. So if you need something to hold your boxes in, freaking MODOK, Red Skull. If you need something to hold your comics in, and you like Captain America, pretty cool box. All right, so let's get down to collectibles. Cool collectibles for today. We got some cool stuff. First, I love these little blind box things. Now, the World Collectible Figure line does this cool thing where they actually label them and tell you what you're getting. So in this, it is volume 2 of the One Piece set, and there are 6 different figures. First, you get a cool little monkey, D. Luffy. I'm going to stop pretending like I know all their names because that's pretty much where it ends, is monkey. You got Nose Guy. I think Usopp, maybe? Like I said, I don't know their names. I'm sorry. I do not One Piece. I'm sure if Gerhard actually watches this, then he'll be like just yelling at the screen what they are. Is that Nami? I think that's Nami. I don't know. But then you got this guy with the cool samurai helmet with the hat with the crescent moon on it. He's just cool looking. Next you got hat guy with, I think that's Zoro. No, it's not Zoro. I don't know what his name is. Like I said, shouldn't pretend. But sword guy with cool hat. And Itas, I think was his name. We got a big statue of him a few weeks ago. That was kind of cool. Got like a robot arm. I don't know. He's cool. But so there's 2 of each in each case. So if you want them, come down and get them. Next is, and I'm sorry that I did not take the statues out of the boxes today. We ended up having a super busy day, so it was either do all that and make the show an hour later, or show to you now and then I'll get them in the case later. But D-Stage Powerpuff Girls. These D-Stage statues are like really cool. Most of them are about 6 inches tall, but they are really well detailed and really fun. So if you like your Powerpuff Girls, that one's pretty cute. And there's another Powerpuff Girls one. This one, they're bouncing off of Mojo Jojo's head. So cute, funness, classic Powerpuff Girl stuff. Relive your childhood. There you go. Next is a Q posket of Chi-Chi from Dragon Ball. Very cute. Little Chi-Chi. Q posket. Those are kind of cool. They got the big old heads. They're not quite pop figures. They have a little bit better detailing and posing. Next one, I'm sorry. This one, like, the box does not do him justice. But it is a Dark Queen Duck Q fig. Got a few. That's just an ugly stock. Got a few pictures of him. But Q figs are really fun, really cool. So we got a cool Darkwing Duck one. We just got in stock. This is a restock. We sold out of the last batch of them so fast. We've had a handful of people requesting us to get those back in. So we got a few of them back in. Next is a Figure Arts Mini of Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. Comes with his little sword and an angry face. I don't know if he comes with any extra accessories. Probably a stand. Looks like he comes with some extra arms, so he might have some extra. Oh, you can see the little picture on the back where he comes with extra arms and he can actually pull his sword out and do cool stuff. So that's cool. Little Tanjiro. All right, next, another D stage. This one's pretty cool. I'm probably gonna have to take one of these home, because my wife's favorite character is Hagrid. So you got Hagrid in Harry Potter. Super cool, super cute. D-stage figure from Harry Potter. Next, if you remember, we've had this set of, we've done a Todoroki, a Deku, and a Endeavor in the World Heroes mission. And if you also remember, I've been complaining about not being able to watch it because it's available nowhere in the US, but they finally gave us a release date for the DVD Blu-ray for the United States, and it's in August. So we still have to wait. It's been available in Japan, but at least we have a release date finally. Anyway, we got the Bakugo to round out the troop. Like, those were the other ones. I'm sure you remember seeing them. So you got the Bakugo one. Also has a little cool hood. Honestly, the hood is the coolest part about the Deku one. So it's pretty cool with the Bakugo. But yep, so he'll complete the 4-piece set. This picture doesn't have Mr. Endeavor on it, but number one hero, number one worst dad. But the Endeavor is to scale to them, so it's pretty cool seeing like Endeavor tower over them whenever you got them all 4 on the shelf together. Next, we never have too much Wolverine stuff. So Future Fight Wolverine, very cool action pose statue there for. I think it's funny the picture on the back is not the same as the pose on the at least not. You can see what it looks like, but very cool Wolverine. He'll be in glass tomorrow, so you can get a look at him. I'll try to post some more pictures of stuff tomorrow since we weren't able to do it out of box today. And this cool 3-pack of Stan Lee figures. Can't really see how they're going in the plastic, but see the back, and you got Mr. Stan Lee in his little throne, Mr. Stan Lee with his little inkwell pen, and Mr. Stan being super cool and being a super awesome Stan Lee stuff. And last but not least, the final collectible of the night is this adorable Xenomorph plush. Now, these zipper mouth figure plushes have been quite popular. We got a few in a few weeks ago, and they flew off the shelf almost as fast as our Squishables are flying off the shelf. But, so, the zipper mouth, right? Okay, so I'm going to show you something. This is really cool. This entertains me probably more than it should entertain a grown-ass man. But, you zip it open, right? And then, his little other mouth has a zipper. This zipper doesn't open, unfortunately, but it still has a zipper, which is super fun and super cool and very entertaining. And then he goes back in there and you can zip that back shut and boop. Very cool. Zipper mouth, Xenomorph. Lots of fun. And with that, that's all we have. Now, like I was also saying, so we also got some really cool stuff in. We had a bit of a drought with people bringing in some classic comics to trade in, but this week we have gotten like 2 huge collections with some pretty cool stuff. Probably the coolest thing that we got. I'm almost dropping things. Is this very cool Walking Dead number 27, first appearance of the Governor. We just got that in a trade. So if you are a Walking Dead fan, if you are a Governor fan, if you like collecting key issues, that is definitely a key issue that you would like to have in your collection if you are a fan of any of those things. It is a very good quality book. And Walking Dead 27, very big key issue. Also, so just to give you an example, I'm doing this horribly. Sorry for all the bad camera work, but whenever it's a little bit crazy. But that is a collection that we just got yesterday. There's like lots. And then we just got that collection the day before. So me and Mr. Chandler have a whole bunch of stuff to go through. We've already pulled out a handful of the key issues that are in those collections, and we are pricing those out. And then I will say the vast majority of those two collections are what we like to refer to as $2 fodder or dollar fodder even. Doesn't mean there's a bad book, just fun stuff. Just they don't really, some books don't, as you know, some books just don't gain value. But we absolutely love them just the same. Just sometimes the better books like First Appearance of the Governor get loved with our money a little bit more than our reading. But with that being said, we do have a lot of really cool stuff that we just recently bought in these collections that we'll see our marquee locations and just the back issue bin. So give us a little bit to repackage, rebag, reboard a handful of the stuff, or bag and board some of the stuff, and it will be worth your while to come dig through the back issues again. We still have a lot of back issues and a lot of great stuff, but every once in a while it's nice to get some fresh stuff in there, and this is all very fresh, very good reading stuff. Some great key issues. Might not be the higher dollar stuff, but a lot of fun, great stories, great books to read. And like I said, we do have a pretty healthy stack of good key issues that are also going to be filtering in there. So give us some time to get that processed. And yeah, couple of store announcements. We're going to go over this one more time. Tomorrow is the last Wednesday we are opening at 10 a.m. From now on, Wednesdays, we're going to open at noon like we open most every other day. But we are going to start opening earlier on Saturday. Saturday, we're going to start opening at 10 a.m. because we have such a huge crowd outside with the Burleson Farmers Market that we felt that it was a better utilization of our manpower to have more people in the store on Saturday morning than Wednesday morning. So I'm sorry if you're one of my few 10 a.m. meet me at the door comic people, but I'll be here at noon. And at noon, you can meet me at the door and I'll have your books for you just the same. So that's on that. We are, like we said, I was discussing with y'all last night, considering extending our hours on Sunday, because we do get a lot of people on Sunday and the evenings that do like to have us. So if you want us to stay open an extra hour on Sundays, normally we close at 7. We're talking about staying open until 8. Let us know, give us that feedback, and we will definitely take it into consideration. We have been interviewing people and taking applications. Well, we don't have necessarily application process. If you want to join our team, bring us in your resume with a cover letter of why you are the best person to work at Geek Out, and we will definitely look at that. We have already interviewed a handful of people, but we are always looking for more prospects. So if you want to join our team, bring us in your info. We might have a space for you. One of our longtime employees has decided to take some time off and go back to school. So his position will be available. So if you're interested in joining the team, let us know. I believe that's all I have for y'all this week. We will continue to post throughout the week, and we will see you for Monday Night Madness next week. If not sooner, we may do something crazy later this week. Who knows? Might pop in, show you some magic. like The Gathering, not small magic tricks. I'm not a Johnny Woo. I can't, right? Or Jimmy Woo. I feel like a bad fan now. Horrible. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for listening to me ramble and talk to you about some very cool stuff that comes out tomorrow. As always, I appreciate you spending your time with me, and we appreciate you helping us make this the best possible place to have fun and work. Thank you very much. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and we will see y'all, if not sooner, next Monday night. But I know like people like Jason and a handful of you that are watching, I'll probably see you this weekend, because if you listen to me ramble on the internet, you've probably listened to me ramble in the store too. Thanks for spending time with us, guys. We'll see you later.